Okay, so I just quick looked and saw that it was 48 degrees outdoors today, right now. And as you can see, there's been changes. So the changes, it's a little breezy, but got in here today and planted seeds into the same containers that had things in them before that failed. And so in here right now it's saying it's 67, 68. I believe that. And in the back there's some seeds starting, all kinds of different stuff in the trays, in the containers. The stuff that was going and still is, hopefully will now not have to go in through the cold temperatures and will kick into high gear. So we restarted a lot of things and have myself set up with the temperature controller. I'm going to zoom in on that. So you can see it's saying that it sinks since the door's open. It goes pretty quick, so 63 degrees. And I'm shooting for a temperature of 80. So that light that's hooked up to this will stay on until it feels that it's at 80 degrees. Then it'll shut off. So it'll be on till a pretty good time tomorrow. Humidity's not too bad in here. We'll see how it goes tomorrow if the sun comes out, what kind of temperatures. There is a fan in the back there that I can pivot, and hopefully if I can move air around, that'll be enough to keep it from being too hot and or too moist. So that's the latest on those updates. Oops. I don't know, I thought I pushed a button there, but then back here we took down the fencing that I had, which was essentially just temporary. I was hoping to keep the girls out here a little more, but they were getting a little too destructive a little too quickly, so I decided to cut my losses. We took up the fencing that was around the cottage garden, as well as the fence and the gazebo. The gazebo is now out here, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of, we haven't finalized anything, but I think I'm going to try to get this sort of semi-permanent over here. The top of the bird bath is a little in the way there, but somewhere back here, whether I take this and slide it over or center it here, we're not sure yet. But I want to put this someplace and let something vine onto it. The blueberries have survived the winter. In fact, I'm just going to put this down so I don't have to worry about it running anything over in the wind. But there's a blueberry bush here. I don't know if it'll focus on that. But it survived the winter. It survived the spring with the chickens. Hopefully it'll get itself started and hopefully I'll have some blueberries. The plum is going plum crazy. You can see there's tons and tons of green life on this. So this definitely survived the winter. And you can see it's pretty much blooming all over the ends. That's going to be pretty. Hopefully it'll flower. Hopefully the goal tomorrow will be to tear out this green, rake out these two beds, and get some seeds in. I have some metal conduit pipes there that's just on this side of the greenhouse that I'm going to cut down to 5-foot lengths to span a 4-foot wide raised bed garden. And then I got to decide with this. I need to decide where I want to put this. It's kind of a big space, and I want it so that I can fit this inside it. I can make it, this is 6 foot wide, I can make it 5 foot wide, and it would be a little more accommodating. But anyway, something that I'll have to figure out. Maybe I'll just go a little irregular in the shape and we'll see what happens. But that's what I got done today, and the chickens are all in bed. They go to bed early, but not too much for staying out late. And we've got a lot of cloud cover tonight, so it's not going to get as cold as it did last night. And I believe that the 48 we have now will probably see 39, 38, something like that, but not down to 32 or 29, which it was this morning or yesterday morning. So we've got a nice sunset. That's the west. So I guess if I'm trying to figure out, there's the orientation, is that's due west, and that's due east. And I get the early sunrise over here. It comes straight overhead, comes back down, and comes right down in between the two houses. So that's it from Oakdale on Long Island, New York. It's getting a little windy, a little chilly. I'm heading inside. I think the greenhouse will survive. And I hope everything is going to take off and things germinate kind of quickly and get me a second chance at my first set of seeds for the season. And then hopefully I can start setting this bed up and the others and get things planted into them. Alright folks, have a good night.